Do you know how it always looks like? I've just turned on the camera and started talking. This is the fifth take. I am at the end of a period of 2 days off, and the wife and I had 2 good days together. They were really lovely, I'm happy to report. Oh, let's see. Shall we carry it backwards? Why not? What did I do? We went out and had our tea at the usual time for tea. We went to Mexican for tea. And just toward the end of it, my goddaughter called. And I love to hear from her. So I excused myself from the table. When Caitlin saw who it was, when I held up my phone to her, she smiled and nodded, because she loves her too. It is lovely to be called by the people you love, whether it's good news or bad news. Or maybe they just want to talk. They want to talk to you. That's touching. It's wonderful. So, this morning now, I had breakfast with my old friend, John, the retired professor. And we had a nice time. We had gruel. We put a little much water in the oats, but it just made it gruel instead of porridge. And I've eaten both, and it was delicious. It was steel-cut oats. And we had bacon, which was lovely. And I had made him a pie for Christmas, because his mother used to make lemon icebox pies. And a lemon icebox pie is the easiest thing in the world to make, if you know how to do it. Well, I know how to do it. And he was delighted to get that pie. And he and Carmen and I, Carmen's his missus, they're lovely people. I dearly love them. I'm so glad they're my friends. Well, that's how I started the day. And yesterday, good heavens, so much rest. I took so much rest on Wednesday. That was wonderful too. I think I had 2 or 3 naps. Just to catch up with myself. Well, tonight, before I started this video, I made a pot of soup, and it's in the crock pot finishing up. And it's made with black-eyed peas and collard greens sauteed in olive oil with garlic and a little chili powder. When you're cooking collard greens, do the garlic and add a little chili powder. You'd be surprised what it does for the flavor. Pleasantly surprised what it does for the flavor. There are all kinds of surprises, aren't there? Looking at you, Miss Worm. All kinds of surprises. But that's a nice one. Any road, of course, I'd fried up some slices of ham and put in the pot as well, and added some chicken broth to make it soupier. And that'll be awfully nice tomorrow for our lunch at work. Well, There, that's all the little mundane foolishness I have to offer you. Behold, I live a normal sort of life. I am presently smoking, which is to say, kind of poking around at it, this Pool and Smythe, which is really a Dunhill. And at Stoney's prompting, I did look for the code, and it's on the bottom of the pipe. Of course. They're handy, but I hate them. Can't stand to have anything this close to my face, but they don't work if they're in my pocket. Shape number 845, which on the Dunhill shape chart says ODA Canadian. And so it is. The nomenclature on the bottom says Pool and Smythe Limited Magnum. And then, of course, made in London, England. As if they'd make this sort of thing in London, Kentucky. Well, they could, but they don't. And what am I smoking in it? Oh, I reached into my cellar. You know, that cardboard box under my bed. Cellar. How utterly pretentious. Nevertheless, that's what we call it. It's Christmas cheer from McClelland from the year 2015. And you open it up, you stick your nose in there. Not very far, because it's full up with tobacco. Stick your nose in there. I swear to you, it smells like ketchup. Fortunately, when you're smoking it, it doesn't taste like ketchup. It's quite delicious. Quite delicious. My favorite sort of Virginia to smoke since the end of good old Balkan Sobrani's dark Virginia flake. Well, I don't think I've much to talk to you about, really. I am going to smoke this pipe later. It's a Knut. It's from the 70s also. All of my stuff is old. Good God. Knut. It's carved by Carl Erik Otendahl, a wonderful man who made beautiful pipes and priced them for the working man. What a good thing to do. Not like some people. Not at all like some people. Well, am I going to light this? I'm going to light it. I don't smoke much in the house. This is about as brave as I'm going to get. Oh, it does taste good. It's not the smell. It's the effect of smoke on the white ceilings and walls and all of our paintings. We collect paintings. I love them. Mostly watercolors. But I have some acrylics and some oils too. And then just a few prints, but they're signed and numbered. Am I being snobbish? Why not this time? What I have done has supported artists who like to eat and occasionally drink whiskey. Well, they've worked hard, and I love their work, so I'm glad to display it. Besides, it's nicer than looking at a blank wall. Somewhere there's a man who smokes one and only one pipe and one and only one kind of tobacco. Likely he has one book on his shelf. He may have one picture on his wall. He might own a record album of some sort. He's not to be congratulated. Poor man, he lives a pinched and narrow life. That man is not me. By dint of hard work and the ease of life in this age, I have shelves full of books, a lot of recorded music, all sorts of paintings on my walls, and icons as well. A king lived little more richly than the American poor in some parts of history. What is the difference? What is the difference between a poor man eating a dish of macaroni and cheese and a rich man eating a dish of macaroni and cheese? I will tell you. The poor man is shoveling it in. He doesn't notice much about the flavors or the textures, the aroma, because he's hungry and he's got to get back to work swiftly. The rich man pauses. He may have conversation, or he might be eating alone, dining alone, enjoying a plate full of delicious macaroni and cheese, whose texture so soft, the mouth feels so rich from the cheese and the milk and the butter, because all of those things go into making macaroni and cheese. He's thinking of all of the memories that he has associated with eating a plate of macaroni and cheese. Or maybe he's just having a delightful time with a dining companion. What is the difference between the rich man eating a plate of macaroni and cheese and a poor man eating macaroni and cheese? And I will tell you what it is. Appreciation. Appreciation. If you, no matter how rich or poor you are, will slow down and take your time with that food and taste it. Think about it. Let it transport your mind to other times and places. Then you are enriched by it. And if you shovel it in as fuel, little liking the time you have to spend doing it, then it doesn't matter how much money is in your pocket. You're a poor man. Well, that's probably enough of that. It's a rich experience. It's a very good pipe. And it's really delicious tobacco. I'm grateful for the time that you chose to spend with me. Thank you very, very much. And I'll be reading your comments and watching your videos as time allows, because right now it's Heck Week. All right, I'm gone. Good night.